once you understand that you are a walking media company, then you have to start acting like it. And one of the ways that I'm doing that right now, as I'm starting to really take it more serious, get more interest in what I'm documenting, this M&A journey that I'm documenting, and getting interest from brands to insert themselves into, a very organic, authentic way of documenting your journey. You gotta start acting like it. And the way I'm doing that is I just finished my media kit. Let me show you really quick. But before I show you, let me just tell you what a media kit is if you don't know. A media kit is basically an outline of how you plan on bringing value to a sponsor, looking at different things of like audience size, engagement, who you've worked with before. All of these things come together into a media kit so that a sponsor can look at it and say, you know what, let me insert myself into this content or sponsored content. So let me show you really quick so that you can get an inside look at it. Okay, yeah, so this is the media kit. I've been working on this for a few weeks now, but glad to finally be over it. This is the opening page, basically letting partners know that, they can leverage the power of authentic storytelling to connect with highly targeted M&A professionals. These are some of the brands that are featured in my vlog. So if you followed along and watched the vlogs, you've seen Pipedrive, which was my first paid sponsor. ClickUp, you've seen ClickUp, you've seen Sana AI, you've seen Tavish, that's the digital twin, and you've seen Lucidchart, because I use Lucidcharts all the time. So these are some of the brands that are I'm already featuring them because I use them every single day. So it's a part of, the media kit. These are the type of people I want to attract into our media, digital media properties. This is just some other text here. This is a slide to kind of show like the media properties under TFX Digital, this is what you're watching right now, the vlog, which is my daily journey, open sourcing my learnings. And this is in development right now. This is the interview series that we're going to be interviewing CEOs from micro private equity firms and also acquisition entrepreneurs, which they're still the same but a little bit different. So I have relationships with groups, Facebook groups that are highly targeted. These are all M&A groups that people that have different backgrounds in the M&A space. There's about 150,000 across all of this network. And then you can see here, I break down the audience by business buyers, business sellers, brokers, consultants, go into how we're capturing data. And then I'm showing here how what the advertisements will look like. What does it look like? So if you watch the video, you see the opening credits. This is they get 30 seconds of exposure brought to you by whatever the brand is. This is the in-video logo where they get 6 to 10 minutes of exposure. You see here, that's an example of that. And then the in-video messaging where there's 2 to 3 minutes of in-video exposure because I'm doing a demo or I'm explaining why I'm using that product or service, why I'm either evaluating it, whatever the case may be. And then this is the postings. So this is an example of what it looks like when I post in these Facebook groups. The call to action. Sometimes a sponsor could have some type of incentive. In this case, it's 20% off of using it. And then the calendar. This is going to be the calendar for 2025, where sponsors can choose when they want to sponsor the content. So as you know now, I'm in season 17, and this is starting in January, season 19 to 20. I give them a little insight on when they can stop selling the inventory, and then this is when the materials are due, usually about 10 days apart. And then they can, buy as much inventory as they need, or I'm sure we're gonna sell out pretty fast. So that's a little inside scoop on that. I'm really excited about this part of the business. I've always been into media. One of my favorite media companies is Vice Media. I am a big fan of docu-style content. And that's what I want to bring to the M&A space. Something that could be something like that. It's still a work in progress. I'm learning as I go. But as I'm getting interest from what we're doing here, it gets me excited, because one of the things that we're also building on is this trend line of founder-led content. These are founders, these are CEOs, these are leaders who are building organizations, and they're documenting, they're taking their audience behind the scenes to show how the sausage is made. That type of content is going to be more and more relevant, and we're at the very beginning of it. So why would a sponsor want to connect with TFX Digital? One of the main reasons why is that there is a white space when it comes to media in, let's call it, high finance industry, private equity, M&A, venture capital. There's a big white space. The industry has been very insulated for so long and lacks a lot of transparency. So one of the things that you see in this vlog, I want to get back on here. You see in the vlog is the fact that I'm very transparent. I'm almost scary transparent in a way that hasn't been seen in a while. So one of the advantages when a sponsor is inserting their product or service into our content, it's coming from real world experience in the field. I'm using the products, I'm evaluating the products, and they can spend money on Facebook ads or all these things, but there's something very unique about catching somebody in their journey as they're evaluating, products or services that they want to use in their stack of tools or education, whatever it may be. So it's a very unique positioning that I'm very proud of, because the consistency over time has now all led to this, and it's compounding now. So stay tuned. I'm actually heading to the office right now. I have a meeting coming up, so stay tuned. So I just got out of a meeting with our operations lead, and I was really challenged. He really challenged, I know we're talking about media today. He really challenged me to dig deeper in terms of the media play itself, the content, how it's directed, how it's presented. Because at the end of the day, if the content is not capturing the attention and getting into the awareness of who our end user is, our end audience is, which are M&A professionals, then it's not really going to work out the way we envisioned it. There's a lot of potential here, but it just needs to be shaped, or it needs to be shifted in a more directed way. And like I said, I just got out of the meeting, so I'm still processing some of the things that was said, but it was all valuable. It was all valuable. Sometimes truth hurts, and when that truth, when you get the truth, you have a responsibility on what you're going to do with what you just heard. So that's what I'm doing right now, just kind of like going back over some of the notes and seeing how we can restructure things. Still excited about this aspect of the company, but it's going to need a little bit more refinement to get it to where we need to get to. But we're going to continue to put this out. But this quote really resonated with me, because I feel like I'm in that gap. Like, I know what I want this to be, how I want to create it in terms of the taste that reaches my ambition, my taste ambitions. But right now, I'm just not there. That's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter that it's just not all the way there, but it is there enough to begin to attract, at a very early stage, some of the right people that would want to partner with us. But right now, I just have to keep creating. Getting feedback from you and hearing from the audience, people that are watching, and it's so valuable to me, because it allows me to really listen to the feedback, but at the same time, filter that feedback through, you know, my taste and how I watch these docu-style business profiles and following the story and journey of someone that goes from 0 to 100, as Drake says, real quick. And that's what this is really all about. And really learning how to frame this in a way that makes sense, that it's positioned for the, you know, said audience, said target audience. So I really want this to be a reminder for you, if you are creating something, blog, vlog, whatever type of creative pursuit you're doing, don't get trapped in that gap. Don't stop creating because it's not at the taste levels that you would want to see. Just keep going. You got to keep working. I'm on my 191st video. So it's the volume, the sheer volume is allowing me to get better. I'm building skills. I'm focusing more on my point of view and what it is that I want to put out there. So it just takes time. You got to put the reps in. You just got to put the reps in. At the end of the day, it really is about like being able to show value to those that you're partnering with. And this is not something that's rocket science, but it's something you have to learn. It's something that you have to develop over time and really figuring out how specifically you're creating that value. So if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Don't take it lightly. With that said, I'm out. Peace.